Jesteśmy na stanowisku firmy Audac. Z nami jest Martin, który opowie na temat najnowszej matrycy R2. Martin, what can you say about the latest product, R2?
The R2 is actually a web-based multi-zone amplifier. This is an 8x8 matrix that has a powerful DSP processor inside. Now, the capabilities of this device are so wide, I'm going to try to explain it short to you. As you can see, I installed a touchscreen over here where we can completely control the device. It's also possible to have a touchscreen over here.
So is it same screen over here?
Yes, it would be the same screen. Right? Yes. So this is just a screen that we attached, but it would be the same screen inside here. Just to show for the show, we made it a bigger screen. But this could also be visible on any laptop, any PDA or an iPhone, because this is actually a website.
But can you control this via internet or Ethernet as well? Okay.
So you should actually just see this amplifier as a website. We were the world's first to produce an amplifier that's actually web-based. That was the R1. So this is the follower of, because it was a great success. We followed up now with the R2, and it's actually there's no additional software that you need. You could just start using it with any device, go to it as a website, and you can put a password on it so not everybody gets on that website and starts changing the volume controls and the zones. This is actually the main screen that we are looking at now, and as you can see, it's checking now 8 stereo outputs. So we can also do 816 mono outputs. But for instance, this is this setting that we have now. What we can do is we can go to settings. There we can do anything that we want. We can actually say to that output, okay, you are now having a low pass filter on it for a subwoofer, for instance, in a bar. Or you could say, let's put a high pass filter on it, because if you have very much low frequencies in rooms where the acoustic is very bad, this could be very useful. And band pass filter also for the same reason, churches, etc. It's used.
Who is your target?
Our target market will of course be the installation market, because this is mainly a product for the installers, more the technical people working on it. Yes, we also introduced it at ISE. We had a lot of attention to it. That was mainly our real core market to pronounce it, this product. But we're also having a lot of success at Prolight and Sound, producing it, showing it to the customers.
When it's going to appear on the market, especially in Poland?
Especially in Poland now, it will be available, I think, within the next 2 months.
Next 2 months. Price around?
Starting price for this device will be 1,700 euros. So that's actually a very good price. Now, why is that we can make it such a good price? Is because we say, okay, the touchscreen is additional. You don't need the touchscreen if you have several, because you can link them up, and you can go to. This is just now. It shows 16 monozones, or we could for very big projects.
Is there any limit?
Yes, there is a limit. You can stack up to 999 R2s. This means 999 times 16 zones. Yeah, so this is it's limited, but of course when we get a project like that, I will be very happy.
Okay, thank you, Martin. No. Przypominam, że dystrybutorem firmy Audac w Polsce jest firma Linaric. Następnym produktem na stoisku firmy Audac jest system nagłośnieniowy. Martin, what is this exactly?
So what we're showing here are 2 sets. We also have them as a set in our catalog because it really works for customers when you have a complete system. As you can see over here, this is our new subwoofer, the SX408A. At the back you can see it has an amplifier built inside, not only for the subwoofer but also for the top speakers. So we are able to connect 4 top speakers to this subwoofer.
Alright.
We just enter with a signal and the power goes out for the top speakers. With this system we only connected 2 speakers per subwoofer. just to give an example of how it works. The first set is with the column speakers. This is mostly used for Congress systems because the voice reproduction of this is the most important. It's used for music, but not as much as with these kind of speakers that you see over here. The second set is with these speakers. This is a 5-inch. It's a WX502. So the 5 stands for 5-inch and the 2 stands for 2-way. But you're able to connect actually 4 speakers to it and then only just 2.
Martin, the bigger one is for Congress and the smaller one is dedicated to?
It's dedicated to the WX502. This is actually more for clubs. Not only clubs but cafe, pubs, where warm sound is actually needed. As you can see, we can connect up to 4 top speakers to this system. Now back to the subwoofer again. This is not only the amplifier for the top speakers, but it also has a limiting system inside. This is not a regular limiting system. Normally you just limit on the output, but what we do is we actually limit the subwoofer, the signal of the subwoofer, the signal of the top speakers, and then we limit the whole thing together again. And that's what makes this a really strong system, and you are actually not capable of blowing up the top speakers or the subwoofer in a system. We had some clubs where they were testing this on, and there was a DJ playing on it without a monitoring, and there was around 150 people in the room with just 1 subwoofer and 4 top speakers. So we had great results from that project. Now in advance it also has an RE45 connector at the back with a Cat5 cable. As you can see over here, coming out, it's and it's really connected to these volume controls you can see over here.
There's only wall control, or is it remote? Any remote control you can switch?
There's no remote control on it because the most thing this will be used for is that it's fixed at a position and that you would just have to turn the knob. Because this is the most interesting. With this, it's not necessary that we use a remote control because we would only be able to put the volume up and down. So with a CD player, you have much more capabilities. Then it would be interesting, yes. But via the Cat5 cable, we can actually control the volume from a distance. We don't need to go to the subwoofer anymore. We don't need to adjust the top speakers as well as the subwoofer. So it's really nice that we now also have the VC408, which is the volume control.
As I assume, there's also white colors of the speaker, right?
For this one, we have them also in white, and for this one, we have them in black, white, and silver.
White and silver.
So in silver, as well as the 2 subwoofers, you can choose between a white one and a black one.
Okay, thank you, Martin.
No problem.